Tim, can you compare your expectations to actually what transpired this year for Seba?
Yeah, I think when we brought him in, we knew he was a great player. After having gone through what we did in 2014, we doubled down. We went out to try to find a top world-class player, and we found one. But what we've shown, and all our fans know, is that sometimes it takes the players a bit of time to acclimate to our league, with all the travel, with all the cities, the 2 conferences, the playoffs. But Seba, from the moment he stepped off the plane, came to training, he showed that he was truly special. I remember that first training session when the level of the entire team just really raised, and he hit a couple free kicks after the end of training, and everyone said, wow, he's going to be good, and he's going to be good quickly.
Were you surprised by his resilience?
I'm sorry?
Is he better than advertised, do you think?
Well, I think we learned a little bit of a lesson in terms of our marketing campaign last year, and so what we wanted to do this year is say, hey, the proof's in the pudding. Let's show our fans that we're serious by winning on the field. So I don't think we went out there and said much about the advertising. We were letting his play on the field do all the talking, and I think he delivered on that.
Were you surprised by his resilience and durability?
You know, I was. I think that there's a lot of players around the league who get injured just due to the fact that we do have a lot of travel. But what I would say, it's credit to our medical staff, to our trainers, Jim Liston, and a credit to Greg Vanney in limiting his play at certain times, maybe in training, managing his minutes at key times, especially when he was coming over maybe from the national team duty. So, but it's really Sebastian's commitment to keeping his body in shape, to eating right, to go to training every day, to not slack, and it's really an example for all the young kids around there, especially in Canada, that are looking for a model. I think Sebastian Giovinco is the best model you could possibly have in the league.
Tim, he seems very happy here, but obviously other people have taken note of his play. Do you think you can keep him, and have you had expressions of interest?
Yeah, so we're an ambitious club. We're trying to be a club that's contending for championships every year. So we're going to have to, in order to do that, we need stars. We need players that will take the game on their back and score that game-winning goal. And that, for us, is Sebastian Giovinco. Now, a player who scores 22 goals with 16 assists is always going to have interest abroad, just like a lot of our players, not just Sebastian, and we'll have to manage those one at a time. It's obviously flattering to know that one of the top clubs around the world, perhaps the top club, over the past 10 years, has an interest in Sebastian. It hasn't been formalized, but if something comes in, we will politely decline. But obviously it's something I'll have to share with the owners, because they will want to know that their star player is recognized around the world as being a true star.
In the pantheon of MLS seasons, where would you rate this individually?
You know, it's funny because I followed MLS for 20 years. In fact, growing up, I was a supporter of one of our rivals. I'll leave it unnamed. But I haven't seen a player like this. I think there are players that have had great seasons. There are players who've scored more goals, in fact, than Sebastian. But his ability to be involved in almost everything we do from an attacking standpoint is unprecedented. Most importantly, it's how he does it. He can score a lot of goals, but it's the way he does it. It's with his flair, it's his nimble ability to get around defenders, and then he has a knack for the spectacular. I mean, some of the goals, you're just, I'm trying to do my job and follow the entire game during a game, but all of a sudden he hits a free kick and it goes into the upper 90 over and over again, and that's when you realize that you have a special talent on your hands.
What do you think it means for the fans that have been waiting for years to see something like this happening for the club?
Gee, I think it means everything. These fans have been the best. They've been a model for the entire league. You know, the league has this mission to be one of the top leagues around the world. It's only going to be the top if you have top fans. You look at leagues like Germany, Schalke have one of the best fan bases, and I do feel like we are growing something, but it's going to take some international superstars like Seba. It's going to take winning, and it's going to take a commitment from our ownership, sustained commitment, to put out a good product on the field. So for our fans, I just want to thank them for their loyalty. Hopefully this is a little bit of a payback from all the suffering that they've had to endure over the last 9 years, but we're not finished. Seba, you know, obviously has earned these accolades, and this day is about him. But we have a whole team that Seba plays with, and then we have a coach who has put Sebastian in a position to succeed. And I think this year we made a great step in qualifying for the playoffs. But we're not finished. We want to go deep. We want to find times and during the year when we get momentum and we go on a little bit of run. We do have a challenge next year, as everyone knows, where we're putting on the roof of our stadium, and we're going to be on the road for at least probably 7 or 8 games again, maybe more. So we have our work cut out for us, but I think this team is up for the challenge.
Do you anticipate losing him for the Euros next year, and how do you deal with that if so?
I think you have to anticipate losing him for the Euros. I think the way he's played this year, I think he's earned the right to be called into the national team, as we've seen. Not only that, I think he should play a starring role, and I expect him to. So, yeah, we have to plan for the worst, so to speak. So I expect him to be gone for the Italian national team. I do think that the league is exploring taking a break. I don't know if they've come to a decision on that, but we have to do a good job of managing our schedule. I think that we talked to the league office to try to figure out a way for us to schedule our games, even if the league is still playing, because we have a number of national team stars, which might be a little bit different than some of the other clubs in the league.